Greetings, my friends, and welcome to another rousing tale in the world of Kriegeland. Today, just after his gruesome encounter in the Wave Survival second round of the Heroes tournament, Helios, who is oddly separated from his trio, heads onto the grassy lot hill just outside of Belario's tower, as the royal caravan heads on down with the other heroes in tow, ready to join the party. As you know, you have a few nights off. First thing we need to do is we need to talk a little bit about Crestcall, the medium-sized city, small city, I guess, medium-sized town that you're a part of, or that you're currently in. Belario's tower is number 8 on the map there, up in the corner. So it's about it's about 2 miles from Belario's tower down along the path, just through the fields here. But all of these fields and all of this area, it's filled with tents and circuses and merchants and all sorts of just stuff to do, stuff to see, and people everywhere. If you cut through the light woodland here, you reach the elven community. If you go past down this way, the road goes this way past the docks, but then either one will lead you to the main road, which then leads back onto this is the main highway that goes along Kriegeland's coast. And then this is where the town proper is, where, Merchants Alley and the Nobles District and things like that. So, okay. Helios kind of stands there, perhaps awkwardly, and has a decision to make. And the first decision is, what are you going to do right now in the late afternoon with 3 nights off?
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm kind of concerned about my teammates. I don't know if they made it out, if they're still fighting, if they're dead somehow.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to try to go to Belario's tower, try to get in or around.
Okay, so so all you have to do then is turn around, because it's right there behind you.
Okay.
And the door is shut, the front door is shut.
Okay, I will knock.
A magically pre-recorded message that comes out, and it's and it says something along the lines of, and it's kind of in a less raspy voice than Belario's. You can still tell it's his, but it's a little bit clearer and better. But it's I'm busy right now. Please come another time.
Oh, okay. Is there any guards around the tower or anything like that?
Nope. It's just a straight stone tower. There's the stone doorway that has just the wooden door that you knocked on. But if you look up, it's completely featureless all the way to the top roofing. And there doesn't appear to be any windows or any doors the entire way up.
Okay. It would be rude to wait at the doorstep of such a great wizard. My master taught me better. So instead, I think I will go and pay my respects to the grave of the old heroes. And also, if my friends, arrive to the castle, to Belario's tower, then hopefully I'll be able to see them.
Yeah, if they leave or something.
If they leave, yeah. Or enter.
Okay. So you walk over, and it's getting early evening time, so it's kind of a somber sunset scene. There's no one present at the it's not really a graveyard, it's kind of like a monument. So there's just kind of this stone pavilion that's been built kind of just in the grove off into the woods a bit. It's pretty easy to find, but it doesn't have a true road or path. A walking path exists, but no real way to get there, or no markings. But you go into this little there's a stone pavilion with statues. There's 2 statues currently, and then there's the base of where another statue could be. And the two statues are, one is what looks like a wood elf archer type, in a beautifully constructed, like pulling back his bow and has like 3 arrows knocked kind of thing. Yeah. And then the plaque under him says Lysander High Forest. And then the other one across from him is Victor the Pure, human paladin looking type. Sword and shield, classic full plate mail, charging into battle, but even on his like statue, it's like he's clearly slashing with his sword, and he has his shield down, and there's like a subtle detailing of between his leg and the shield, like the slight details of what looked to be like a child or something, like some sort of innocent or something that's like hiding behind it. It's like just like a nice little subtle detail, but yeah, they're buried under the. You could see there's like different colored stone slabs where they're actually buried in front of their like statue. I mean, you assume it's there. There's some sort of marking, but it's obviously under the ground, under like stone. So, and then there's a blank statue, and it doesn't have a name on it or a plaque yet, but assumably it's going to be Belerios.
Hopefully, it won't have a name for a while.
Yes. Well, he's very old, so
he's getting up there in age.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to say a prayer to Mathandis for each of the warriors and leave a gold coin
on
each of their graves. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. So by the time you finish up your prayer and your offering, I assume you still plan to head into town?
Yeah.
Or are you going to just sleep under the stars in the woodlands out by the grave?
I think I'll sleep out by the grave.
Okay. And that'll give you a little bit of like,
case.
and you still are kind of keeping an eye on Belerios Tower.
Yeah, I'm still keeping an eye.
Yeah.
I wonder what's going on in there.
Okay. Okay, so you wake up first morning and you've got the whole day ahead of you. No sign of your companions.
Man, I hope they're all right.
Yeah. You ask out loud, completely alone to the woods.
Yeah. All right. No answer.
No answer.
Yeah, I guess I'll wander into town then.
Okay.
Today, maybe see if there's like anybody that I can help along the way. Spread my peace and love. Roll
like either an insight or a perception, whichever one you choose, to see how many cases of helping you can see or fall upon.
11.
Okay. So you help a few people, like some merchants like stumbling and with some boxes, and you catch it and kind of help, and you're pulling the classic do-gooder along the way, and you're doing little bits of, you help like a little like kid get across like a part of the highway where like a bunch of horses keep going by and he's kind of scared.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a few good guy tasks, and then you get to the main highway. And then you can basically choose if you want to walk down Merchant Alley or head somewhere into the Commons area or the like Noble District if you're going into this town.
I think I'll stop a passerby and ask if there's an orphanage nearby.
Okay.
You see, Helios he's not an orphan, but
no,
he's familiar. Not. He's familiar with the setting.
He's got kind of a heart for them because he may have his parents, but he may as well not have his parents.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So someone tells you that they kind of like give you directions. It's in the Common District. The Commons. And it's just an unnamed orphanage. And you pull up, and there are maybe 8 children. It's a pretty small orphanage, obviously. Pretty small town. Their little area, they just kind of have like a little like fenced in yard, and it's kind of just this half disassembled regular person's house. It kind of looks like you would imagine like a preschool, someone who runs a preschool out of their basement or something like that. It's just
Yeah.
it's just some lady's house, and you can see the lady there. She's like a middle-aged woman with kind of like graying blonde hair, and you can tell just by looking at her how good-natured she is. Just the, like soft, kind cheekbones and piercing, nice woman eyes. And there's her, and then she also has an assistant that decided first thing in the morning to also go help at the orphanage, and that would be Mary the cleric.
Oh, Mary the
who you
cleric.
have met. So
I have.
yeah. So you guys just hanging out with the kids, playing games, helping out. Like they have you do some tasks for like moving stuff, or like cleaning up or fixing things or whatever stuff, chopping some carrots for the stew, whatever they have you do. Yeah, you just kind of put in a day's effort. The owner of the orphanage is her name's Danielle.
Danielle is one that has a pure heart, much like a true warrior. And therefore
Mary chuckles because she knows that you like are practicing pacifism.
Yeah. Therefore, I will donate some of my earnings in the name of pacifism to these children. And I think I will give 50 gold.
Oh man, okay.
Yeah.
She like Mary is like, wow. Like the Danielle's already like choking up and freaking out. I can't take this much. No, please, and I don't know. It's so Mary is kind of like nodding to herself, and she's like, I was gonna go in and like do some shopping and try to like get some equipment, but I'm gonna match you. And she donates 50 gold. Boom, 100 gold, and Danielle like faints.
Oh no.
So you guys, you help her back up, and she's like, there's so much we can do with this, so much we can like accomplish. And she's like, yes, no, that's what we're here for, right? Right, Helios?
Yes.
Because we're heroes.
Exactly.
Okay, so it gets to about evening time. You probably help them serve dinner, and then it's up to you to decide what you're doing for the night. You are welcomed to stay at the orphanage. Obviously, they're gonna name a wing after you or something. So
the wing of Helios.
They'll name the bunks. It's like the boy bunks and the girl bunks are now the like Helios zone and the Mary zone or something.
There you go.
They're working on it, but
Yeah, we'll solve it later.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll stay there for the night.
Okay.
Just in case some brigands, some bandits show up. Get word of the gold.
Yeah, that's true. If somehow they knew that you donated a bunch of gold to this orphanage, it is kind of it's kind of in the heart of the Commons district there, though. So like, although it would be brigands, it's not like some random outsiders are gonna come in raiding. They'd have to go through a lot of city to.
Well, I don't know. I did hear about a certain dark elf.
There is a certain dark elf that seems to still be at large, so that's true. Maybe he's watching. So night goes by. Mary left. She went to go. She's staying with. I guess she's probably going to like the temple. There's like a Graysworn temple in the Commons area, so she tells you that's where she's headed. That's where she's been staying. And then, morning comes on day 2, and you are awoken by the sun, the first sun, and so you kind of get up and start like doing stretches and your katas and stuff because you get your little morning routine going. But then you hear some commotion outside, and there's some like horse hooves and carriages and stuff, like kind of, it sounds like a lot of like traffic kind of outside. So you kind of like peek out the window to kind of see what's going on, and there is a kind of, well, it's not royal as in the king, but it looks like royal level little like caravan of really nice carriages that are all gilded with markings of suns all over them and stuff like that, and huge holy banners of Methandis. And they come
Okay.
rolling up onto the orphanage, and they start getting out, and their size, like you can tell, like full-plated paladins and a couple of clerics and a few other people all getting out. And then they open up the doors to like the middle carriage, and they let out an older gentleman in cleric vestments, and he's got his beard like clean shaven, and his hair is like basically he just shaves it what's left, but you can tell he's pretty much just he's real bald. Got a big old sun holy symbol, and you have no idea who he is, but Danielle starts freaking out because she says that's the High Sun Priest. And once she says that, you know, because of being a Methandis monk, the High Sun Priest is like the top level guy. He's essentially the Pope of the Methandis clergy.
Okay.
So you know the title, and he's like when you become High Sun Priest, you like give up your mortal name because you just embody the title of the High Sun Priest. So, so he's coming to visit the orphanage, it would seem.